Kashmir, the bleeding valley of paradise. Heaven, they have doomed to terrorize. Torn by her limbs, she cries rivers of ice. Kashmir, my bleeding valley of paradise.
No, sir ji.
Landmine! Hot-blooded bastard blinded by bravado!
Sir? Sir ji, help me, sir! Sir ji, help me, sir! Sir!
सरगम के मीठे मीठे सुर घोलो हे हूँ मैं प्यार का ये नगमा सुनाने सारी दुनिया को एक सुर में सजाने सबके दिलों से नफरत को मिटाने आओ यारो मेरे संग संग बोलो हे बिंद पोषमाले गिंद में ड्राई रोलो
Hey, Nah, you're leaving? But you're still mad at me?
No, you're fine. Carry on.
So you're not coming to Saurabh Bhaijan's wedding?
What are we doing, Amir?
We're dancing. We're celebrating our independence. Hey, Kashmira. I love you.
Aww. And?
And I want to spend the rest of my life with you. The sound of laughter is quickly drowned out by the cries of the innocent in these dark valleys. I make sure of it. Everything that I considered sacred, they took it from me. Left me to die on a foreign land to rot. But now I am back with a vengeance. Back from the afterlife, out for their blood. And I will show them the same hell they deemed me worthy of. Kashmir will be a desolate wasteland when I'm done with it.
Janab, then our intentions are aligned. Allah ki rahmat. We belong to no government, affiliated with no party, answer to no entity. We just want a free Kashmir, even if it means wiping it out in its entirety and starting afresh.
Negative on a missile strike, sir. There are multiple civilians present. Sir, with all due respect, this is my jurisdiction. I can't in my right mind sanction an airstrike! Well, sir, as long as I'm in charge of this up. Hello? Fuck.
Everything all right, sir?
Yeah.
What's that command?
Gather the men.
Now?
That problem, Lieutenant?
Permission to speak freely, sir?
Granted.
Look, maybe command's right. Why are we going to place our men in harm's way with something that can be handled with the press of a button? I mean, the enemy's not going to think twice about it.
That's the difference between us, and I intend to keep it that way.
Sir,
I've made up my mind, Lieutenant. There are kids out there that got nothing to do with this. Just like our little ones at home.
Sir, maybe Satan called it upon himself, taking on a militant like Intimam al-Haq.
What the hell are you talking about?
Al-Haq's put up a bounty calling for the severed head of any officer who marries a Muslim girl on his territory.
saying he's a Hindu, bride's a Muslim. They're getting married today.
They'll kill them both, sir. The Singh's task force started openly targeting his liberation front, seizing over half the militia's loot each week. So there's a good chance he's going to be there, sir.
Look, he's already dug 2 graves. We can just sit back, let this play out, or risk an international incident. Your call, sir.
We do what's right. Take him out while we got the chance. Gather the men.
Sir, yes, sir.
Good evening, namaste, assalamu alaikum, Naya. I'm Amir. Don't worry, I know we're all starving, so I'll be quick. As most of you know, my brother Saurav and I are not related by blood. My parents were taken away from me when I was only 4, which seems a bit careless of me now that I think about it. My earliest memory was of this 6x11 jail cell, where I was kept for days, with no food, no clean water, no lights at night. We'd sleep on cold concrete floors in the Kashmiri winters to the sounds of rats gnawing in the hallways. Hundreds of us, stripped from our parents, tossed to the dogs. Kashmir, a state already in crisis, on the brink of destruction. The last thing on this government's agenda was to find this Muslim orphan a home. That's when a Hindu journalist and his wife came to protest the camps we were being held in. Came to protest these Hindu-Muslim riots that took my parents' lives. They took me home that day. Gave me a new life, an education, an identity, and a big brother. Brother, you spent your entire life teaching me how to make something of mine. Payback wasn't them making me share a room with him for 15 years, but that's okay. Because you looked out for me as one of your own. You never made me feel like an outsider. You protected me against myself at times, and that, Bhaijan, that I can never repay. So tonight we celebrate you, and a new addition to our family, Samira. I guarantee you he'll make a great husband, just like he does everything else. And to the rest of you, thank you all for joining us on this momentous occasion. It's amazing how far some people will travel for a free meal.
Sweet Bhaijan.
I try. And he's been through enough this week, saving Diljit from that landmine.
Well, let's hope that was just a one-time thing.
Of course. Your speech surprised me. Amin Baba would have been proud.
Well, I have a great role model. And we're not done yet. Muneeb, hit it!
मैं डालू ताल पे भंगड़ा तू भी गिद्दा वाले चले रंग जमा दे हमके बने सभी मत वाले
मन कहे कि मैं ले आऊं चांद और तारे सारे इन हाथों पर मैं चांद रखूं इस मांग में भर दूं तारे
हेलो हेलो
लगाई येलो येलो बड़ी सॉलिड मस्ती छाई
हेलो हेलो तू मुझे घूमने लगाई येलो येलो कंट्रोल करो मेरे भाई ये दिल छन छन बोले अमृतसरी चूड़ियां रात बड़ी है मस्तानी तो दिल भर जानी कर ले गल्ला पूड़ियां ये दिल छन छन बोले अमृतसरी चूड़ियां रात बड़ी है मस्तानी तो दिल भर जानी
Apologies, my sincere apologies for crashing your wedding unannounced, IGP. But it seems you have extended an unofficial invitation in the form of a middle finger to my declaration. Did you not get word of my fatwa? Since when did the Indian police become so bold?
When you cowards started decimating our homes.
Time to make an example of you.
Don't yell, traitor! Don't!
Or I will cut out your tongue and feed it to the dogs! Ladies and gentlemen, our freedom has been hijacked by these outside culprits. And these vermin continue to allow our motherland to be molested and dismantled. India and Pakistan wage war on our lands, and who suffers? Who bleeds? Our sisters are raped in their homes. Our brothers are slaughtered on the streets, and our mothers' wombs left barren by the bullets of their greed, by both governments. So let me be clear. Any man fighting for these oppressors, be it the Indian police or the Pakistani ISI, are an enemy of the land and must be eliminated, beheaded, for us to have a free Kashmir! Soulless tyrants, blood-sucking brutes, sacrilegious and imperialist scum! You! Oh, no, don't. This was not me.
This was your plan.
God's plan! I was merely a servant carrying out his will. Blame those who attacked us, killing your family in the process. Major Steve Campbell, that's the man you're looking for. The man who is responsible for all of this, leading his men to slaughter your family, your brother. I am so sorry, my child. Steve Campbell, sear that name to memory. Use it. Embrace the pain and paint the world red! Listen! Bury all the pain, all the ambition, all the humanity. I will show you how to walk in the path of a jihad, the way to your salvation, that which will rid you of the guilt that plagues you for letting your family die. Let this be the test of your worthiness. Now rise. Rise, my child. You must become faceless. Drown the ego. Personality, the masks of your soul. Drown emotion. Attachment. Let go of control. And drown your enemies. Their families. Suffocating all hope. We'll skin them. Impale them. Wear their carcasses as skulls.
Just a minute! Mommy! Mom, did you hear that? Dad's home! It's probably just the mailman, honey. Your father's not home till the end of the month. I'm gonna check the door. Okay. Don't run out into the street.
Hey, Sonny!
Steve? What is that? What'd you get me, Dad? Let me see.
It's a rebab, Sonny, a guitar from Kashmir.
Kashmir? That's where your daddy disappears to for months at a time.
Easy, son. Tell you what, why don't you go on upstairs, brush your teeth, and I'll be up in a bit to show you some tunes they taught me out there.
Really?
Really. But only if you brush your teeth.
Isn't he a little young for all your war stories? Might leave an impression at this age.
Just showing Sonny some new tunes on his rebab.
Is that all? Did you bring a flock of sheep back too?
No, just the guitar.
Steve!
Ah! Besides, what's the point of having a loving family if you can't share your darkest secrets with them?
Well, I could think of 100 men down the street
100 men.
who would say the exact opposite. I should feel lucky. I got one of the good ones.
Do you?
When you're here, I do. Sorry. How was it this time around?
It was different.
What happened? I'm not Sunny. I know when something's bothering me. What is it? What happened?
I fucked up, okay? I fucked up!
It's okay. Steve, look at me. Look at me. You're a good man.
No, I'm not.
Yes.
No, I'm not!
Yes! Yes, you are! Whatever happened over there, it had to happen. The Lord's will. You did what you had to come back home to us. Okay, honey? Okay?
Okay. Okay.
And now you gotta put your demons to bed, Steve. For me and for Sonny. Okay?
Okay.
Come on now.
I'll be up in a minute.
Well, don't keep me waiting too long.
I won't. Go check on Sonny. Major Campbell, reporting for duty, sir!
Positive.
What's all this?
What's that? You're not.
Yes.
No.
No?
I mean now?
Yes, now what's wrong with you? They canceled your leave.
Colonel Mathis called. We deploy in 2 hours.
For how long?
really
Didn't they tell you anything before
No.
they ship you off again?
They need me.
And what about us?
Sarah.
You know what, Sonny? If you're gonna go, but just go, but just tell me something. Are you gonna be back in time for this?
I'm not gonna miss the birth of
Okay,
my
and what about
kid's
before and after? Am I supposed by myself?
Suzanne's next
I don't
door.
want Suzanne! I need you here with me.
I'm sorry. Hey. I'm sorry.
When is all this gonna stop, Sonny? The uncertainty, the dread, the waking up in the middle of the night next to an empty bedside, not knowing if we're ever gonna be a family again?
Hey, I need you to trust me. One last time.
It's not you that I doubt. Are they sending you back there, to that godforsaken place?
First month or two you're here, no one leaves their tent. Not even to take a shit. Hell, everyone's already scared shitless. They're shivering, hiding in their beds, trying not to scream. Now, month 3, you finally get the courage to sleep in your bed, piss in your sheets instead of your trousers. Month 5, you venture out. Crawling, man, you're just like a newborn baby.
I ain't no baby.
Yeah, kid, that's what they all say.
Till they go to the field, right, Lieutenant?
Yeah. Now, month 6, that's when your balls really begin to swell up. Because you finally got tired of feeling like you got a pussy between those legs, and you realize that the fear is more exhausting than actual combat. So you said, kill me if you can, Al-Qaeda motherfucker. I ain't gonna live on my knees a second longer. Damn! Now, month 7, you've accepted death. You're no longer expecting a home, a life, future. Hell, any moment we might be gone. So why worry? Kind of Zen washes you over, you know, a peace.
There's nothing else like it, hon. It's pure beauty. It's tainted by the blood of the innocent. It's cursed with a war because of a mess that we left at their doorsteps. Those people deserve peace.
I admire your ability to put strangers before your own family.
I am the only one personally invested. Major Steve Campbell was too weak to see it through. Kashmir consumed him, but that's not me.
You're too harsh on him, Sonny. Mama told me that he had to make some tough choices and everything, but he did the best he could as a soldier and a father.
No, you don't give up! Not like that! Leaving those who depend upon you to die alone? That's no Marine. I still have nightmares of that night. Seeing her swimming in his blood. Trying to piece his skull back together. Trying to breathe life back into him. I lost both my parents that day.
All the places I've been to my time as a medic. Iraq, Somalia, Libya. They're filled with factory corpses. The kids who had no idea what they signed up for. They're waiting on orders from their higher-ups. Men who dictate where these young hopefuls should go kill and die next.
Old Doc here's an idealist. Out to save the world. First deployment here, huh, Doc?
Second. First on active combat. I'm Indian. I mean, these are my people. Maybe I can actually make a difference.
Those ain't nobody's people. Those are the targets. Because you're a fucking Marine, Doc. So, start fucking acting like it.
So, 11 years after the incident with Major Campbell, you decided to come back to Kashmir?
Yeah, boy, that's right. 11 years. I'm a Marine. Hell, I just came to see if I was going to come out the other side alive or not.
After 4 tours, I got no idea what the fuck we're doing out here. In the midst of a war that's had nothing to do with us.
Oh, hell. They're able to fight their little passive-aggressive war and use Kashmir at the chessboard. We've got our own proxies to protect.
What are orders?
Nothing. We're ghosts out here. We just sitting back, watching tensions escalate as we pit the Indian and the Pakistanis against each other. Divide and rule, my boy. It's the oldest trick in the book. Now, if we push into war, UN will get involved. Call for a referendum. A vote for a free Kashmir. Which will, of course, pass. And then? Back to business. The global empire stands strong with a reasonable level of military and economic control in every region of the world. We fuel their needs, we fill our pockets.
And here we are fighting their war.
Hell, son, we don't know why we signed up. Why we picked up arms in the first place. This is what we're born to do. Just need somebody to point us in the right direction. Officer on deck!
Boys ready?
Sir, yes, sir!
All right, let's load up. Come on, let's go.
Captain Sonny Canton, privileged son of our deceased Major Steve, snaked his way to the top off his daddy's mare. He's gonna figure out, though, Kashmir forgets no one. His blessing, it's gonna be his curse.
Welcome back to Kashmiri Central. I'm your host, Naya Khan. Let me start by welcoming our esteemed panelists for today. India's Congress Party leader, Alpesh Naidu, American conservative media journalist, Christopher Walsh, and Kashmir Azad Party's Mona Azam. Thank you all for being here today. And let me start by directing my first question to you, Congressman. People want to know, after all this time, why has there still been no mention of a referendum for an independent Kashmir as called upon by the United Nations?
Thank you, Mrs. Naya.
It's Miss Naya.
Sorry, Miss Naya. I will get to that. First of all, the Chief Minister of Jammu and Kashmir is elected by the popular vote, to which people from all different backgrounds, whether Sikh, Muslims, they come to participate, and they have participated.
With all due respect, that was not by a referendum. The people oppose the leadership in the state right now because it is pro-India.
Madam, there is no pro or anti. Kashmir is an Indian state. It's part of our constitution. I think that should be the end of discussion today.
According to the UN, it's not.
Madam, at the time of independence and partition in 1947, Kashmiri government itself signed this instrument of accession to be a part of Indian state.
Yes, due to historical pressures that everyone is well aware of. The threat of raiders supported by Pakistan from the northwest frontier, as well as the uprising in the western states of Kashmir, forced the Maharaja to abdicate his control of Kashmir to India. That was nothing more than blackmail.
Blackmail? How was that blackmail? When you yourself offered to be a part of some nation, and now 50 years later you're talking like this to me? Don't talk like this to me.
Back then and now, the terrorizing of Kashmiri people, whether it be from militants or the Indian army itself, is considered the norm by governments of both nations.
Madam, that's not fair. Those who have been accused have stood trials, and there have been several court-martials.
96% of reported assaults that Indian military officials are accused of go unsolved, sir. It is a humanitarian crisis of catastrophic proportions that the Indian government is simply turning a blind eye to.
Okay, guys, let's bring it back to a civil discussion. Nothing gets solved through bickering. Mr. Walsh, you've been awfully quiet. We're going to take a short break, but when we return, we would love to see your thoughts.
Take cover! Come on! You all right? Hit the flank! Fall back! Fall back!
Enemies on your back, keep it chill.
Warning shots, we're going to watch more. Fall back! Fall back! Come on!
Welcome back to Kashmiri Central. We are continuing our discussion with our panelists for today. Mr. Walsh, as a journalist living in the United States, we would love to hear your thoughts on the matter.
Well, I don't see the benefit of commenting on Kashmiri sovereignty, considering it was the British that left the region in such turmoil. So, I don't want to speak out of context, but in retrospect, the British should have had a better exit strategy.
Yes, the colonial dilemma of when and how to pull out post-invasion.
Now, I won't deny the blunders of the past, but a matter of concern to the British, as well as the American populations, the reason I agree to come on today is the limitless funding of terrorism in the region. New militant groups are coming to power each day, and the land seems more like the Wild West. Wild East in this case, with both countries trying not to exacerbate an already tense situation. And while it might not be popular opinion, I do believe that radical Islam should be held accountable for this tension and the cultivation of extremist ideology under the Pakistani regime.
I totally agree with you on this, Dr. Walsh. I think that should be our main subject of our discussion today.
Terrorists are openly plotting revenge against nations while taking refuge in these lands.
And who put the guns in their hands to overthrow their own government? Does the problem only lie when those guns are pointed back at you? Is the United States not equally responsible for the creation of a large number of such terrorist organizations due to their oil-seeking actions in the area?
I don't want to distort and transfer blame here, Nye, but our intention is to get to the root of the violence as it exists today.
How convenient, sir, to wash your hands clean of the past and try to start professing to us about violence.
The root of violence, which you claim to be in the search of, is misunderstanding, miscommunication, and baseless judgment. Cultural as well as political sensitivity towards a people different from yours is the first step towards peace. And that does not happen when you simply label or accuse an entire race of people.
And the alternative is to sit back and look weak, trying to communicate with a people whose sole purpose is the elimination of our Western way of life, the destruction of the white species. I truly believe that as long as these ideologies are used to brainwash the youth against our nation, it is our duty to point the blame at the religion responsible, Islam.
What do you know about Islam, Mr. Walsh?
Enough to know that it calls for violence against anyone who gets in the way of their jihad.
And do you know what that word refers to?
Killing anyone that gets in the way of spread of Islam, is it not?
No. No, sir. Jihad refers to the inner struggle for salvation. That same struggle that every person of faith must endure. A faith that reminds people that we are not alone, and to keep persisting towards that salvation with the purest of intentions in the face of such opposition. Not promoting blind violence as you believe.
And I suppose you believe those 9/11 attackers that screamed Allahu Akbar and slammed into the Twin Towers were not radicalized by the teachings of Islam.
Those who can twist centuries-old religious texts for their own profit and use that to radicalize vulnerable minds towards violence have no right to call themselves children of Islam.
Presenting statements without context is a very dangerous game to be playing, Mr. Walsh, especially in today's political climate, where the United States is calling for a ban of all Muslims coming into the States.
With all due respect, Miss Nye, there must be a reason. Pulse shootings, San Bernardino, New York.
Astonishing how you make this case tonight, using a mixture of just cherry-picked titles, facts, and figures to strengthen this fundamentally flawed argument. Okay, Mr. Walsh, let's assume that there are 20,000 Muslim suicide bombers in the world. There aren't, but for the sake of argument, let's assume that there are. That 0.02% of the global Muslim population is what you want to make us all out to be. What about the other 99.8% of Muslims who the opposition tonight want to ignore and smear? Islam is a 1,400-year-old global religion followed by 1.6 billion people around the world. A quarter of humanity of all ethnicities, cultures, and backgrounds define themselves by this faith. And yet you, Mr. Walsh, you continue to stereotype and delegitimize an entire race of people in order to shift the blame away from those truly responsible.
No, I don't.
Okay, Mr. Walsh, here's my question to you, using the United States as an example. Who has committed more terrorism on American soil? Muslims or whites in the name of Christianity?
Well, that's an unfair comparison.
It is not. Should we condemn you or the entire race or your entire religion for the deeds of Timothy McVeigh? Of the church shooter? Of the numerous white policemen gunning down innocent black men in the streets?
Those are internal instances of strife and a nation trying to figure out its racial identity.
It's terrorism! Be it foreign or domestic. When violence is politically or racially motivated, that is terrorism. Islam is a religion of peace. And yet you, Mr. Walsh, you tell people around the world that your country believes it to be a religion of war, of terror, of aggression. But the overwhelming majority of people who follow this religion, me, my mother, my father, 1.6 billion people around the world, 3.3 million of whom are American, believe otherwise. Ladies and gentlemen, I think we've had enough for tonight. And I urge our viewers, both national and international, to learn from this exchange, not to fuel the arguments of the dividers and the racists. Don't give in to fears and insecurities that promote hate. Trust those Muslims, those human beings who you know, who don't believe in violence, but believe Islam to be a religion of love, of mercy, of compassion, an Islam of the Quran, not of Al-Qaeda. And I urge those voting in the US Congress on the so-called Muslim ban to look deep within your hearts and vote carefully. For tonight, you define what America is and stands for, and what message you want to send to the rest of the world about the possibility of a peaceful coexistence on this planet. This is Naya Khan of Kashmiri Central, wishing you all a good night.
Lieutenant Carroll?
You must be the IGP of Srinagar. You must be wondering why your higher up sent you out here, middle of nowhere, talk with an officer of the United States Marine Corps.
If you could tell me the reason for this candid encounter, that would really help, Lieutenant.
Huh? You sure? It's American.
More of a reason.
Suit yourself. I'll get right to the point. We're here to help you fight terror. Plain and simple. Intimam al-Haq's been gaining ground here in Kashmir. And as such, we see that as a threat to our interests in the area.
I thank you. But my people are of the emotional sort. They won't be very happy with the foreign aid. There are already too many forces pulling Kashmir in all different directions, all wanting a piece of it.
We ask only to remain in the shadows. We provide aid when called upon. All we ask in return is information. The movements, any signs of aggression, word comes straight to me. And I'll give you the finest weaponry east of Japan.
Sir, Japan is the easternmost country.
Well, China then. The point is that I've got drones that can hit your enemies from miles away. You give me the signal, and I turn their compounds into parking lots.
We don't want Kashmir or its people to suffer in this political turmoil. And taking covert foreign aid will only add fuel to the fire that already burns between our two countries. I cannot accept your offer, no matter how generous it is.
Listen here, Mr. IGP.
No, you listen to me, Mr. Carroll. This is my jurisdiction, my home. My loved ones are buried in this land. And as long as I'm in charge, there will be no foreign intervention. Is that clear? I refuse to allow anything that would risk a civil war. Like all the other places where you've tried to establish your peace agenda. And you can tell that to my higher-ups as well.
All right. I'll pass word back to command. We know how easy they forgive. Might cause some strain between our two great nations.
So be it. Excuse me. No, stop!
Diljit?
Amir? Put it down, son.
I'm not your son.
You think Sora would have respected this?
Sora died because he couldn't do what was necessary.
What, run away and become a revolutionary? You think Sora would have wanted that?
He couldn't see what we must do to fit in, to live with the head held up high.
You kill people to spread your fame?
No, to protect Kashmiris from the same fate I've endured, Diljit.
I understand, son. More than anyone. But killing anyone isn't going to bring Sora back. Put it down, son.
This is Captain Campbell. What's your status, Carol? Over.
Steve Campbell? You know where he is. Where is your Major Steve Campbell? Tell me! It's you?
want to solve my pain. I want to ignite it. Where is he?
Oh, go ahead and kill me. We'll just keep coming back until we get every last one of you Haji motherfuckers.
What have you done? I've crucified my maker. Vengeance consumes every moment of my existence, every fiber of my being. I don't know who I am without it, but with it, I can do what your uniform won't allow you to do, what it never allowed Saurabh to do. Save Kashmir.
You still have a chance, son. Sarji, I failed you.
Move, 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 move! Who are you? Who are you? Huh?
Major Campbell?
IGP Singh?
Fuck.
God damn it! Why was he here alone?
Huh? Sir, he said he wanted to bring his own men, so it was a classified meeting.
He didn't bother to inform me, Sergeant?
He told us not to.
A violation of the chain of command? You too, on the next flight home!
Sir.
Major Campbell, I need to tell you something about Amir.
Amir, come on.
Us being here like this, unwanted, unwarranted. I don't know, it just seems wrong.
You having doubts about serving your country, Doc?
I'll serve my country! No!
Good. Because I need to know you have my back. When some sandnigger that looks like your cousin pulls a fucking rocket launcher on me!
You don't gotta worry about that. Shit, I forgot my gun. I'll be right back.
There it is. Fine.
कोई नामी गाना शुरू करो
Hey, Masood.
Haan bhai.
I never got to ask you, yeah?
Huh?
What happened to your leg?
Life happened, Bhaijan. Life. They used to call me fastest runner in the north. They wanted to send me to Olympics.
And then?
Could not beat the speed of a bullet pipe. Hey, bhai! TV पे तेरी item कर भाई.
Reporting live from the scene, I'm Naya Khan, standing with none other than IGP Diljit Singh and US Marine Corps Captain Sunny Campbell. What do you two have to say to those who oppose your alliance?
First of all, I would like to clarify that there is no alliance between our two governments. There's only mutual respect, trust, and cooperation.
That is absolutely correct. We would like to thank the Indian government for this opportunity to foster new diplomatic opportunities.
I would also like to use this platform to address those people who are thinking of picking up arms to avenge their loved ones. Please, pick up a pen instead, or a microphone, or in today's time even a smartphone. There are plenty of platforms to make your voices heard. Bloodshed will only lead to more bloodshed. I request you, drop your arms, come home, and participate in our democratic process.
Thank you.
This is your way in, my child. Go talk to her. Give her hopes and dreams of a future that we martyrs will never live to see. Gain her trust, and she will take you to him. To Steve Campbell, fine without me. What? This is your office?
I don't understand. What's going on?
No, tell me about you.
What about me?
I mean, what's been going on with you? What's all this?
Oh, well, you know I always wanted to become a journalist.
And you didn't.
I don't understand. What's going on? Where have you been all of these years?
Once Saurav was killed, police had me airlifted to a hospital in Sikkim. A kind-hearted doctor took me in, got me a job, put me in therapy, and as time progressed, it became tougher and tougher to come back to you.
You couldn't have called?
I tried, many times, but I couldn't stand the thought of you not being on the other side of that line.
You didn't even care to know whether I was alive?
What do you expect from me? I was scared, okay? But I'm back now, to make the most of the time we have left.
How do you know that there's not someone else in my life already?
Is there?
Why wouldn't there be? The way you disappeared 11 years ago, I didn't know whether you were alive or dead. There's no one, Tucker. Everyone said that you were killed in the riots, but I never stopped praying. I knew you would come back to me one day. Here you are. Mashallah.
Naya! I'm feeling very hungry. Can I get something to eat, please? It was a long trip.
Of course, but don't go anywhere. Just wait right here.
Of course. Hello? Yeah, control room? I'm calling from Naya Khan's office, access badge number 2213. Yeah, there seems to be some technical issues at the station. Can you relay the frequency code once again? Excellent. And we've sent our team of engineers to you, so please let the guard know they're coming.
Who was that?
Maintenance. I just moved into my new building, you know?
Are you lying to me?
Why would I do that?
It's been 11 years. Has there been someone else in your life?
I wish.
Do you now?
You're the only love I've ever known. Around you, I feel this faint memory of what happiness should be. But I can't give you what you deserve. I've yearned for this for so long. Too long. And even though I'm here with you now, I still hear those screams, those echoes of gunfire, flashes of bodies everywhere. Sorrow.
How do you feel now?
I feel like I want to leave it all behind.
So just leave it behind. Just let it go.
It's not that simple, Naya.
Look, what happened to sort of... It wasn't your fault.
Don't do that.
You can't blame yourself
Stop,
for that.
Naya, just please, I'm begging you, stop.
Amir, it wasn't your fault.
I could have saved him, Naya.
You couldn't.
I could have saved my brother,
No,
Naya.
you
I could have saved him, Naya.
You couldn't have, Amir. What happens to us, we have no control over. We can control how we react to it. So look at me. What happened to Saurabh wasn't your fault.
Get out of here now. Let's go now. It's too late, Naya. Let's go. Is it on? Now is the time to take back our Kashmir. I call upon all true-blooded Kashmiris to flood the streets tomorrow and attack anyone in uniform. be it Indian, Pakistani, or American. It is our sacred duty to liberate her from this oppression. Your bravery and sacrifice will be rewarded through your salvation. We are just one step away from freedom. And that step is unity. Let the revolution commence and bring down oppressive establishments the world over.
Medic for the U.S. Marine Corps.
It's the Marine Corps!
Not when we're done with you.
America doesn't take too kindly to terrorists!
Revolutionaries! And I'm not holding you back, no, these cops are. Just like you do to my people.
Let me loose!
Tell me where Campbell is.
I can't do that!
Where is he, huh? Where is Steve Campbell? Play games, huh? Oh, you want to play games? Let's play games. Here's a good one. 8244 Saratoga Lane, Lake Charles, Michigan. You have a son, Rahul, age 6, and an infant daughter, Sasha. Congratulations. Your wife is a nurse at Lake Charles Memorial. She takes the kids for ice cream on 52nd and Delmont every Thursday afternoon. Shall I continue?
What do you want?
None of the exact location signs your family's death warrant. It's because you're one of us, whether you realize it or not. Otherwise, you'd be long gone.
I'll never be like you!
Your companions don't kill for lost causes?
It's not like there's a blood on their hands! But I came here to save lives!
Idealism, naivete, refreshing qualities in a soldier. Slave for the enemy as long as they have use for you. They'll toss you aside like they do everyone else, citizen or not. Get lost. Hey! Not a word to Campbell and his men, or else bye-bye, Rahul!
Go home, son.
I'm sorry, Diljit. Go home. Diljit!
All those who fall in the name of our jihad will see a beautiful afterlife. We must all sacrifice something in order to gain something greater. And,
Janab? Janab, are you okay?
Spinning a little. A glass pani lana.
Yeah, of course. Wait right here.
He is too strong-willed and too good-natured. He won't be able to do what is necessary of him. His heart is his only weakness. Shoot him there. When we turn our missile to its real target, the Indian Army base, he will hesitate. May your bullet pierce his heart. I do not want him feeling anything as he leaves.
Janab, how can you say this? Amir Bhai is one of us. He belongs to Allah.
And he will join you there soon, Masood. flash drive in order to trick the Indian police. And then in the name of Allah, he took my gun and shot it. What a beautifully martyred soul. We cannot let his sacrifice go to waste. Take him. Be careful of his body. Take him.
Come on! Where's Amir? Huh?
I don't know, sir.
Where is he, Naya?
I don't know.
Where the hell is he?
I don't know!
What is going on between you two? Huh? How was he able to use your office phone to hijack multiple radio and television channels to call out for a statewide riot, killing 15 civilians?
Amir would never kill anyone.
The people of Kashmir are flooding the streets in protest. And sooner or later, one side or the other will ignite a civil war. All it takes is one little spark, Naya, and the rivers of Kashmir will turn red once again. The streets will be covered in bodies, and their blood will be on your hands. And so I ask you again, where is he and who is he to you?
I loved him! Since childhood. That was my only crime. He came back after 11 years and I couldn't help myself. I welcomed him with open arms and never questioned it. He came back...
Different. Scarred. How Steve Campbell had cemented within him. He used to create a heartless soldier. How could you not see what he'd become?
I was blinded by my love for him. But not anymore.
Sir, our men were just involved in a firefight under crossing 57.
Was anyone hurt?
None of ours. We hit one of theirs. Adidas Masood Misra. We found this on him.
What's this?
A flash drive, sir. The video files point to something horrific. An impending attack on the Indian military base in Srinagar. The other files suggest the attack will take place in 90 minutes, sir.
That makes no sense. I mean, why attack a military base? A facility so secure.
They want them to think there will be an attack from across the border. They're trying to lure the Indians
into a preemptive strike!
Then I'll start a war between two nuclear powers, sir.
We can't allow that to happen.
90 minutes isn't a lot of time!
Well, that's all we have. Radio Kashmiri police have to get everyone off of the streets and issue a state of emergency. Alright? We need to get Intamam and his men out in the open, find out where those missiles are, and disarm them.
How do we do that in under 90 minutes, sir?
That kid. Amir.
What about Amir?
He wants me, right? I'll go to him, unarmed and alone. I will tell him about Intamam's plan and hope there's still a sliver left of the man inside of him that you once knew.
I can't let you do that, sir. He'll kill you.
I know him. How I am him. He wants an out. Maybe I can give him one. Get him to take me to Intamam.
You do what you have to do, but please, bring him back.
He is our only hope of saving Kashmir.
I know his coordinates, sir.
How?
Just trust me. I can get you to the compound gate, but not beyond that.
All right. All right. Hey, Doc. Sat phone? Go up and flip. Sarah?
Sonny, where are you?
Hey, I'm still here. Okay, I just need to call you.
Is everything okay?
Yeah. Yeah, look, I'm about to do something. And I'm not gonna lie to you, Sarah, it's dangerous. I just need to hear your voice
Don't
before.
you forget your promise to us, Sonny. Our son needs you.
I know, it's just... Wait. Did you say a son?
The boy, Sonny. He came 2 months early. I haven't thought of a name for him. Sonny,
Yeah, I'm still here. It's just... Thank you.
He's gonna need his daddy.
I know.
Come home to us, Sonny.
I will. I promise you I will.
Do whatever you have to do, but just come home.
I love you.
Now and forever.
Now and forever. Tell him
Alrighty,
who his father
sir.
was.
Sonny,
All right, gotta go.
I love you.
I love you too.
Let me come with you, Captain. I'll hang back, stay out of sight.
I appreciate that, Sergeant, but I have to do this by myself.
Godspeed, sir.
Amir!
How did you get in here? I'm calling the police.
The lines are cut.
What else could one expect from a murderer?
Naya, come with me. Let me show you what all we've been doing for Kashmir.
You want to kill me too?
Never. I love you, Naya.
You can't love anyone but yourself. All you do is use people for your inhumane mission.
What mission, Naya?
To shed even more blood on Kashmir's soil, like that of my friends. Your militant companions want to free Kashmir.
Yes. Isn't that what we all want, Naya?
Not by ridding Kashmir of its people.
We only hurt those who hurt others.
That's a lie! Like everything else that you have told me. People like you will destroy anything that gets in their way. So here I stand.
I didn't lie to you. I just didn't tell you about the villages I've seen burned to ash. The women left raped. The children screaming after seeing their parents slain before their very eyes. Who avenges them?
You, I suppose.
Who else is standing up for the voiceless?
Enough, Amir! This is not about them. This is about you. You want to label your pain as something noble when it's anything but that. We all want change, but we don't all pick up arms. Hurt the innocent.
I would never hurt the innocent!
Diljit, he was innocent.
Diljit was a good man. That was a mistake.
And now he's gone because of your twisted perspective of righteousness. You have to decide, Amir, once and for all, who you want to be, what you make of what happened to you. You can still choose forgiveness, right here, right now, or stay on this empty path of violence, alone. What are you smiling about?
One last time, after the rain subsides, come on the shikara with me. Please.
How dare you? You killed my idea of love. And for that, I will never forgive you.
I'm not coming back,
So
Naya.
be it. You've made your choice, and now I have to make mine.
Let me explain to you, please.
Leave! I don't want any more of your sins on my conscience!
face of the man who cost me everything. That is why I'm here, Amir, to make amends. You want to make amends? Can you bring back my brother, my family, my life? No, but I can stop you from doing the same to anyone else. Shut up! We're making another amends. Another Sonny Campbell! What did you say? Say your name! Say your real name! Steve Campbell! Steve Campbell! Steve Campbell's dead! Steve Campbell, my father, he killed himself. He took his own life after he left here, after saving you! You American liar! No! Dill G told me what happened with you. My father was too weak to forgive himself of his sins. So I came here to right his wrongs.
Allah is testing you, my child. If you truly are worthy of His greatness, pull the trigger. End this foreign infestation and send a message!
Kill me, Amir. Come on. But save Kashmir. Intiman is nothing more than a goon for hire, salivating at the feet of the highest bidder. He's a businessman in the guise of a prophet, peddling faith for a living. The missiles you see, the ones that you helped create, will be used to attack the Indian military, who in turn will retaliate by blaming Pakistan's ISI for the attack. Now Intiman, he wants to liberate Kashmir, yeah, but at what cost, Amir? The destruction of both these countries and your beloved Kashmir. The loss of millions of lives.
White lies by the white man. This foreign devil wants you to believe in his fabrications. End his gutless ways. Do it now!
It's okay. Hey, it's okay.
Do it now!
You can still choose forgiveness, Amir. Right here, right now. Or stay on this empty path of violence, alone.
Do it!
I can't! I won't!
Kill him, my child. He's one of them. Snakes in our garden.
No! No, you're the snake! Preying on the vulnerable! Feeding off intolerance!
Kill them both! Indians! Here's my brother! You fool! Do you know the consequences you will have to suffer?
What about you will suffer? For putting weapons in the hands of children, ensuring our path to hell.
I have already accepted my fate as an agent of destruction. That is my fate, my purpose, my mother, my religion.
Yeah, well, it's not mine. Not anymore.
It was me. I killed your brother Sauron, not Steve Campbell. Me!
I'm sorry, Amir.
You favored me.
Janab. I'm sorry I trusted that fool. This man with such a monumental mission. If anyone comes to know of this, we'll be dead.
You already are.
No loose ends, hoorah!
No loose ends.
Meet your son, Steve.
Steve Campbell, huh?
I thought after a year over there, you two would come to terms. Did you?
We did. Time for family.
I'm gonna go set up dinner, okay? Oh, a letter came for you. It was unmarked, but it looked really important. Do you want me to open it?
Yeah.
Don't leave us waiting again, okay?
I'm all yours. Now and forever. Hello, Captain. I expect you made it home okay.
Or at least in one piece. What's the matter? Didn't want to try to save me that day, Sonny? I get it. The water was cold that day, and I wouldn't have tried to save me. But in a way, you did just that. Gave me a second chance I was never able to give myself, and I want to thank you for that. I can only live with all I've seen, all I've done, all I've allowed in the name of a false narrative, one that I intend to rewrite. Your father. Respect his limitations. Learn from his mistakes. Educate those like us looking for a place to put their blame. Tell them they are more than just lost ships waiting for a compass, more than just tools waiting to be used, more than just radicals waiting to die. We cannot allow our fears to corrupt our humanity any longer. I guess what I'm trying to say here, Sonny, is good luck to you, Captain. And may we never meet again.
Dinner's ready.
Kashmir, my bleeding valley of paradise. Heaven they've doomed to terrorize. Torn by her limbs she cries rivers of ice. My bleeding valley of paradise.